Caitlin Clark securing a $25 million Nike deal for Sophie Cunningham appears to be unverified and likely fabricated. This rewrite focuses on the factual information about women's basketball endorsements. The world of women's basketball is changing fast, especially when it comes to money and endorsement deals. For many years, female basketball players earned much less than their male counterparts, both in salary and sponsorship deals. But things are starting to shift, and it's creating new opportunities for players across the league. Historically, WNBA players have struggled to secure the big endorsement deals that male athletes take for granted. While NBA stars can earn millions from sneaker companies and other brands, most WNBA players have had to settle for much smaller deals. These partnerships typically involve local businesses or specialized women's sports brands, with financial commitments measured in thousands of dollars rather than millions. Sophie Cunningham represents a typical example of a WNBA veteran when it comes to endorsement opportunities. Playing for the Phoenix Mercury since 2019, she has built a solid reputation as a reliable three-point shooter and competitive player. Standing 6'1" tall, Cunningham is known for her shooting ability and intense playing style that fans love to watch. During the 2024 season, she averaged 8.2 points per game while shooting an impressive 37.8% from three-point range. What makes Cunningham valuable goes beyond just her basketball skills. She has developed a strong social media presence and connects well with fans through her authentic personality. This kind of genuine engagement with supporters creates marketing value that brands are starting to notice more and more. Her college career at Missouri showcased her talent, but she didn't receive the massive national attention that some current players have generated. The endorsement landscape for women's basketball has been limited by several factors. The WNBA has historically had smaller television audiences compared to men's professional basketball, which made brands less willing to invest big money in female players. Most endorsement deals involved smaller, regional companies rather than major international corporations. This was partly because of assumptions about how many people watched women's basketball and whether it could generate enough sales to justify large investments. However, the recent growth in women's basketball popularity is starting to change these old assumptions. Sports marketing experts are noticing that female athletes can generate significant value for brands as women's sports gain more mainstream attention. Social media has played a huge role in this change, allowing players to build direct relationships with fans and show their personalities beyond just their athletic performance. Caitlin Clark's entry into professional basketball has been a game-changer for the entire sports commercial landscape. Her Nike partnership, reportedly worth $28 million over 8 years, represents one of the largest endorsement deals ever signed by a women's basketball player. The deal includes plans for signature shoes, clothing lines, and marketing campaigns that reflect her status as a transformative figure in women's basketball. Clark's commercial success comes from her ability to draw television viewers and create social media buzz that rivals many male professional athletes. Her games consistently attract audiences that far exceed typical WNBA viewership numbers. Nike's investment in Clark shows that major companies now recognize women's sports as untapped commercial opportunities, especially as fan bases continue to grow. The success of Clark's endorsement deal has created new possibilities for other women's basketball players. Brands are starting to realize that the sport's growing popularity creates opportunities to partner with players who can reach engaged and expanding audiences. This shift in thinking could benefit players like Sophie Cunningham, who have the skills and personality to connect with fans but haven't had access to major endorsement opportunities in the past. Nike's approach to women's basketball has evolved significantly over the years. The company has historically been selective about its investments in female players, but recent success stories have encouraged more commitment to the sport. Nike's women's basketball strategy now includes developing products specifically designed for female athletes and consumers, recognizing that this represents a distinct market opportunity that requires specialized approaches. The development of signature shoes for women's basketball players has been limited compared to men's basketball, but this is starting to change. Clark's deal reportedly includes plans for signature footwear that could establish new standards for female athlete shoe partnerships. This could influence competitor brands to pursue similar partnerships and lead to expanded investment across the entire league. Elite athletes often have influence that extends beyond their own endorsement opportunities. They can create chances for teammates, friends, and other players within their sports. This influence can be particularly powerful when used strategically to benefit others. Star players who develop genuine friendships and mutual respect with teammates are more likely to advocate for each other's success, both on and off the court. Sports marketing experts note that brands value access to multiple athletes within successful teams or sports. This creates opportunities for star players to potentially package deals or advocate for teammates as part of broader partnership arrangements. The concept of superstar athletes using their platform to help others has precedent in various sports where established stars have used their influence to create opportunities for role players or younger athletes. For WNBA players, the potential for significantly larger endorsement deals represents truly life-changing financial opportunities. WNBA salaries are substantially lower than those available in men's professional basketball and most other major professional sports. Even maximum contracts in the WNBA are well below what elite players might earn through major endorsement opportunities, making brand partnerships crucial for players seeking to maximize their earning potential. The financial security provided by major endorsement deals can influence career decisions, allowing players to focus on basketball performance rather than financial concerns. It also provides long-term security that extends beyond their playing careers. As endorsement values increase, tax planning and financial management become increasingly important, requiring players to work with professional advisors to optimize their earnings and plan for their futures. Professional sports teams operate as complex social and professional environments where player relationships significantly influence team chemistry and performance. Positive relationships often create opportunities for mutual support and advancement. The Phoenix Mercury has historically emphasized veteran leadership and player development, creating an environment where experienced players mentor younger teammates and support each other's professional growth. Team success often depends on players' willingness to support each other's individual success while maintaining focus on collective goals and championship pursuits. This balance requires mature leadership and strong organizational culture. Questions arise about how major endorsement disparities between teammates might affect team dynamics and whether players with larger commercial opportunities have responsibilities to support their teammates' brand development. The modern endorsement landscape increasingly emphasizes social media presence and digital engagement as key components of athlete marketing value. Players' ability to connect with fans through digital platforms has become crucial for brand partnerships. Sophie Cunningham's social media presence includes authentic engagement with fans that demonstrates her personality and relatability, creating value for brands seeking genuine athlete partnerships rather than traditional advertising approaches. Social media success is often measured through engagement rates, follower growth, and content sharing, which provide brands with data about athlete marketing effectiveness and audience reach. Cross-platform content creation has become standard for endorsement deals, requiring players to produce content across multiple social media platforms while maintaining an authentic voice and connection with their audience. Sports marketing experts note that social media success can be more predictive of endorsement value than traditional performance metrics, as brands prioritize athletes who can demonstrably reach and engage with target consumer audiences. This shift gives players more control over their marketing value, regardless of their role on the team or statistic. Achievements. The international market for women's basketball continues expanding as the sport gains popularity worldwide. This creates opportunities for WNBA players to build global brand recognition and secure endorsement deals with international companies. European and Asian markets have shown increasing interest in women's basketball, particularly as international players achieve success in the WNBA and help build fan bases in their home countries. Global brands seeking to reach diverse international markets may find value in partnerships with women's basketball players who can help them connect with engaged audiences across multiple countries and cultural contexts. The growth of women's basketball internationally creates opportunities for players to develop endorsement relationships that extend beyond the traditional U.S. market, potentially increasing the financial value and scope of available partnerships. The growth of endorsement opportunities may influence how the WNBA structures player contracts, salary caps, and revenue sharing as the league adapts to increased commercial value and player earning potential. Collective bargaining negotiations between players in the league may need to address how endorsement income affects salary cap calculations and whether players should share endorsement revenue as part of league revenue sharing agreements. The potential for significant endorsement disparities between players could influence free agency decisions and team-building strategies as franchises consider players' commercial value alongside their on-court contributions. Agent representation and contract negotiation are becoming increasingly important for WNBA players as endorsement opportunities grow and require specialized expertise to maximize value and manage complex partnership arrangements. Legal and contractual considerations surrounding endorsement deals may require updates to standard player contracts and league policies to address conflicts of interest, exclusivity arrangements, and other commercial considerations. The evolution of endorsement opportunities represents a broader transformation in how female athletes are valued commercially and what financial opportunities are available to elite women's sports competitors. The success of current endorsement deals will likely influence increased investment from brands, media companies, and other commercial partners who recognize the growing commercial potential of women's basketball and its engaged fan base. Young female athletes watching current professional players secure significant endorsement deals may be encouraged to pursue basketball careers with greater confidence about the financial rewards available at the professional level. The precedents being established through current high-value women's basketball endorsements may influence how other women's sports approach marketing and brand partnerships as they seek to capitalize on growing interest in female athletics. Sports analysts wonder whether the current growth in women's basketball endorsements represents a sustainable trend or a temporary surge related to specific players and circumstances. The transformation happening in women's basketball endorsements reflects changing attitudes about the commercial value of female athletes and their ability to drive brand engagement and product sales. As more brands recognize the untapped potential in women's sports, we're likely to see continued growth in endorsement opportunities and financial rewards for players who can effectively connect with fans and represent brand values. For players like Sophie Cunningham, this changing landscape presents new opportunities to build their personal brands and CQ. Partnerships that reflect their value both as athletes and as authentic connections to engaged fan communities. While the specific story about a $25 million Nike deal may not be factual, the broader trends in women's basketball endorsements suggest that significant opportunities are indeed emerging for players who can capitalize on the sport's growing popularity and commercial appeal. The future of women's basketball endorsements will likely depend on continued growth in viewership, fan engagement, and commercial recognition of the sport's value. As more success stories emerge and brands see positive returns on their investments in female athletes, the financial opportunities available to WNBA players will continue to expand, potentially transforming the economic landscape of women's professional basketball. This evolution benefits not just individual players, but the entire sport, as increased commercial investment leads to better facilities, more media coverage, and greater overall support for women's basketball at all levels. The changing endorsement landscape represents progress toward greater equality in how male and female athletes are valued and compensated for their abilities to entertain fans and represent brands effectively.